Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. In today's recipe I'm going to show you how to make a batata nu shaak, also known as the aloo tamatari sabzi, which is going to be cooked in a single pot and in a pressure cooker. It's really simple to make, and I'm going to show you how to put all the delicate flavors that is going to add to the taste of this dish. So without wasting any time, let me just dive right in and show you how to make a one-pot aloo sabzi that you can make in just 15 minutes. So to begin making the one-pot aloo sabzi or the aloo tamatari sabzi, also known as the batata nu shaak, I'm going to be putting everything inside the pressure cooker. Each one has a variation of a recipe of how to make this, but this is how I make it at home and it is absolutely wonderful. Great, so first into my pressure cooker, I'm going to preheat the pressure cooker, and after that add in all the spices one by one and get cooking. So to begin making the one-pot aloo sabzi, into my pressure cooker, we'll go ahead and add in some oil. You can add mustard oil or even coconut oil, or I'm just adding a regular sunflower oil. And to this I'm going to add in the kalonji seeds. Kalonji seeds adds in a great taste to the aloo sabzi. If you don't have kalonji seeds, you can add jeera or even ajwain, and it tastes really nice. And I'm going to add in the ginger. And I'm going to add in the chopped onions. I'm going to add in the bay leaves and the cinnamon stick. So I'm going to go ahead and saute the onion until it becomes soft and golden. You don't have to caramelize the onion because it's going to be all cooked in the pressure cooker and it's going to get cooked anyways. And let's wait for the onions to soften and turn lightly golden in color and change its color. And after that we'll add in the tomatoes, remaining spices, the potatoes to make our quick aloo sabzi. So notice that the onions have softened and it's changed its color. We're going to go ahead and add in the tomatoes at this point and all the remaining masalas, from the red chili powder, okay, and turmeric, some garam masala, yes, and some coriander powder, okay. And I'm going to add in the salt as well. And I'm going to saute the tomatoes until the tomatoes become nice and soft and mushy. You want the tomatoes to soften a little bit, and it will taste nice when it gives a nice masaledar aloo sabzi. Okay, so let's wait for the tomatoes to soften, and if you feel at this point the masala has become too dry, you can either sprinkle some water or add in some oil as well. One of the most important tips is to always add whole spices. Like for example, the bay leaves and the cinnamon sticks that I added adds to the taste. It will slowly seep into the aloo sabzi and make it really delicious. Adding whole spices is always a good thing to vegetables or gravies, because the spice and the flavors from the spice slowly keep seeping inside and bringing out the flavors of the sabzi, okay? So we'll just wait for the tomatoes to soften, okay? The tomatoes have softened and they look good. That's it. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the potatoes. So I've peeled my potatoes and then soaked them in water so that they don't discolor. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the potatoes along with the water into my pressure cooker, okay? So that's it. So we'll just give it a stir. And notice that the water level is just at the level of the potatoes, and that's how you want it to be, because the potatoes will get a nice gravy consistency when it cooks in this water. And after that we're going to give it a light mash once it's completed its cooking process. Great, so now I'm going to cover the pressure cooker and pressure cook it for a good 4 to 5 whistles for about 15 to 20 minutes. And once it's done, turn off the heat and allow the pressure to release naturally. And once the pressure releases, we'll be ready to sort of toss in some coriander leaves, give it a taste where the salts and spices are okay, and then serve it. So the pressure is released from the pressure cooker. It took about 15 minutes of cooking, about 5 to 6 whistles, and the pressure is released completely naturally on its own, and I'm ready to open it. Okay. Now that looks beautiful, doesn't it? The potatoes look perfectly cooked. The moment you sort of press it down, it should break. Let me just do one for you. There you go. And that's it. So the potatoes have cooked perfectly. Let me just do that. There you go. Just perfect. This is how you want it to be. And there are two ways now you can sort of adjust it according to the consistency that you want. If you want it nice and gravyish like this, then you can just leave it just like that. And if you like to sort of have a little more starchy consistency, then what we do is to just give a few potatoes a mash here and there, and it'll give a nice, little more thicker gravyish consistency, okay, and a little more starchy. Perfect to go along with some parathas or even some thepla. This looks just perfect. At this stage, I'm going to add in lots of chopped coriander leaves, because I love adding lots of chopped coriander leaves because it heightens the flavor of the tomato sabzi. Great. So the aloo tomato sabzi is done, and this is how simple it is. I really hope you enjoyed watching this recipe of how to make this one-pot aloo tomato sabzi, also known as the batata aloo shaak. Do give this recipe a try. It's extremely simple to make. All you need is a few set of ingredients from ginger, onion and tomatoes, and then the basic spices. And of course, I added kalonji seeds. If you don't have kalonji seeds, you can add cumin seeds or even ajwain, or just skip it as well, because the cinnamon and the bay leaves and all the other masalas that we add will add up to the taste and flavor. So do give this recipe a try, and when you do, don't forget to share your feedback in the comments below. Don't forget to take a snapshot, tag us across all our social channels, and we'd love to hear from you. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.